Hi, everyone. I want to make a quick video that shows you how to level the imbuing skill on the original Ultima Online production servers. I've been playing Ultima Online on and off since 1997. This account here has well over 100 months. Not this specific character, but the account does. I've been playing it on and off over the past 25 years, and I normally play on the production servers. Yes, I know there are emulator servers out there, such as Ultima Online Forever, Ultima Online Outlands, and there are a couple more. And those are really good servers. I'm not saying that people shouldn't play those servers. I prefer to play on the original. That's Ultima Online is not public domain. The source code was never released. But what people did is the fans went out and they took it upon themselves to create emulator servers. So their code is not identical, which can be good and it can be bad. It can be good because a lot of those guys had visions of making Ultima Online what it used to be. So a lot of them don't like the way the production servers currently run. So they created their own code. So, but I wanted to point that out because in some cases, even the random generator is not the same. So your success rate and failure rate on Ultima Online Forever and Outlands is not going to be anything like the production servers, which is why I made this guide. There are old guides out there on Stratix and UO Guide that are really well done for imbuing. The problem is a lot of them became outdated or they're a little bit confusing. So I wanted to put this out there to help clarify that. Now, there are a lot of good guides out there on the fan servers that run on the emulators, run UO or serve UO, and the source code out there for the emulators, and they've been modified. But those guides are based on the modified version of the server, which is not anything like the production guide. So in many cases, those guides will not work. Even though they're out there on YouTube and they say Ultima Online, those are made for Ultima Online Forever and Ultima Online Outlands, not the production servers, which is not the same. So now that I got that out of the way, a lot of people, for some reason, are confused about how to level up imbuing. And it's actually not that difficult, and I'm going to try to explain it as simple as possible. Now, the first thing you want to do, of course, is buy the skill. All right. And you can buy it from an NPC trainer up to 40, just like any other skill. Once you go beyond 40, the best way to gain skill and the cheapest way is to unravel jewelry and other gear that you've gotten from treasure chests or from mob drops and so on and so forth. Literally, you want to collect a whole bunch of bags of old loot that's pretty much junk, and you want to go and unravel the entire containers of all of that stuff. And you're going to need to do that to gain the skill up to 70. But the other reason why you're doing it is so that you gain the materials that you're going to need once you get to the point where you're going to start imbuing items in order to gain when you're above 70. Now, my current skill is at 104.3. So keep that in mind that I'm going to have to kind of explain this to you in such a way as if I didn't have 104 skill, and I'm trying to explain to you what you need to do step by step. So the other thing I want to mention is you'll notice that I'm a gargoyle. You do not want to do this with a gargoyle if you're really concerned about the money, because gargoyles get a bonus. So the success rates are going to be higher, meaning I'm going to have to go to more expensive imbues in order to gain skill. I don't mind that, but if you do, you're better off using a human. And then once you're finished, you can either convert the human to a gargoyle or just transfer the 120 skill over to your primary gargoyle, because you do want the bonus once you hit 120 skill. It would make sense to get an additional +8 in your imbuing. So you'd have 128 essentially. Behind the scenes, you can have a higher success rate when you're making the gear. So that does make sense. But while you're gaining, it doesn't. So just keep that in mind. Now, so once you've hit 70 skill, the first thing you want to do is work with the luck imbue. That's the cheapest imbue, and it uses nothing but citron and residue. Now, keep in mind again, my skill is high. So what you want to do is you want to go imbue item and you're going to take heavy plate mail jingasas. Make as many as you want. I've got 14 of them here. Okay. They got to be exceptional, and you want to make them out of regular iron. All right. So what you want to do now is you want to go ahead and then click Imbue Item, select one of those, and you want to go to Miscellaneous and Luck. Now, you see this value here. That's how much luck do you want on the piece. You want to keep that value as high as you can, but your success chance is below 60 and above 50. So somewhere around 55% success rate, or so let's say 52 to 58. Somewhere between there is the ideal spot where you're not going to fail so badly that it's going to wind up being too costly, and you're not going to succeed so much that you barely get any gains. So you're going to work your way up from 1 luck. Okay, so what you want to do when you're first beginning out at 70 skill, you want to set this as high as you can. Now you'll notice I can max it out, which I wouldn't do because as you see, it uses a changa mushroom. Okay, in order to get rid of that special ingredient, I would have to go back to 90. So 90 is as high as you could go. We're only using the cheap ingredients. And as you can see, my success chance is above 60. So I can't really use luck anymore to gain. Although even at 77%, I still do gain. So what you want to do at this point, is you work your way up until you get to 90 and your success chance goes above 60. Now, since you're only doing one imbue, what you can do to save on ingots is each item can be imbued up to 20 times, 20 successes. So what you want to do is like I said, you're going to start out at 1 and you're going to imbue all of these with just 1. But you could do each one 20 times. So you're going to do an imbue item, and then you're going to re-imbue last, re-imbue last, re-imbue last, until you've hit 20 successes on this, and you'll no longer gain anymore once you hit 20. You can still imbue it, but you won't gain after 20 successes on an item. So remember, you're going to watch these two things. You're going to keep your value as high as you can, and your success chance between 52 and 60 over here. Once you reach the point like I am where even at 90 you're above 60%, now you're going to have to do more than one imbue to gain skill. Okay, so all of these I have to do at luck 90. But again, you want to work your way up slowly, so you should be able to do like 20 imbues at a value of 1, let's say, and you're gaining off of that because you're below 60. So you're going to do 20 at 1, 20 at 1, 20 at 1. Oop, I went above, 60%. Well, then you're going to go, your new value is 2. So you're going to do 20 at 2, 20 at 2, 20 at 2, 20 at 2, so on and so forth until you've, like I said, you've reached the point. And then, of course, you're going to have to unravel these once you get 20 imbues on all of them and get back some of your mats. Then you're going to go ahead and make 14 more helms, Jinxa helms. And then you're going to do the same thing again. Once you reach the point, all the way up to 90, okay? Once you reach the 90, your first step now, you're going to have to add a second imbue. So what we're going to do is we're going to imbue every item with 90. So I got 90 luck, okay? Now I'm not going to do it 20 times. I'm only doing it once because I can't gain off of luck 90. So I only want to do that once. I want to have 19 available imbues, 19 available imbues. So I'm going to add luck 90 to each piece. Okay, so now I have luck 90 at one time on each one of these. So I still can imbue each one of these 19 more times. But I got my first imbue down. I'm at luck 90. I didn't gain any skill off of that, right? Beyond what you've already seen. So now I'm going to get to the point where I want to gain skill. However, I'm already above that point, but I'm going to explain it to you anything. After you did your luck 90s, The second thing you want to do now for your second imbue, for now, is you want to go ahead and do an imbue item and click on the one that you already have left 90, okay? And what you want to do is click casting and lower reagent cost. As you can see, my success chance is above 60. I'm beyond that, even if I do 3%. You don't want to go over 3%. It just starts getting too costly, but you can if you want. I don't suggest you do it. Just do it to 3%. So you're going to start out at 1%, unlike me, because you're going to be around 50% here. And you want to now take each piece and do 19 imbues on each piece at 1% until the success rate goes to 60. Then you're going to jack that up to 2% from that point on and do 19 at 2%, 19, 19, 19, 19 at 2%. Once you can't gain with 2%, you're going to do 3%, 19 times, 3%, 3%, 3%. So now you're all done. And of course, you're going to unravel them and remake the items. And you're going to have to go back and add your luck 90 once. And then after that, one time with luck 90 on each piece, you're going to do, and you use your low reagent cost from until you can get to 3%. And then you're above 60%. Now we're no longer gaining from the second imbue. What we're going to do then is we're going to go back again. And this is the point that I'm at. We're going to do our luck 90 one time, but we're going to switch from doing low reagent cost to doing miscellaneous reflect physical damage. Now, as you can see, at 1%, I'm already above 60 here. But you can do the same thing again. You're going to do one luck 90, one luck 90, and you're going to do 19 reflect physical damage at 1%. So one luck 90, 19 reflect physical damage, 19 reflect physical damage. Right? And you're slowly going to work this number from 1% all the way up to and including 13%. You're going to get to the point where 13% is going to be above 60. I'm not at that point yet. That doesn't happen until sometime between 110 and 115. As you can see, you don't want to go to 15%. So you only have 30% success. But it requires a special ingredient. So if we take it down to 13%, the special ingredient's not required. And as you can see, I'm only at 36% here. So I could go this down to, let's say, 6, okay, where I'm at 56%. However, this is 2.4. You'll notice that I can go to 7% and still be at 2.4. So I'm at 10%, I'm at 53%. That's fine with me. I have my luck 90 once on each piece, and I'm going to go and add and reflect physical damage of 7%, 19 times on each one, of course. And then I'm going to go ahead and unravel them, and I'm going to go back to luck 90, and then I'm going to slowly work this up until the point when I get all the way up to 13%. And I can do that, but this is over 60% now. So I'm not gaining from a second imbue of reflect. So now I'm going to go and add a third imbue to each item. So I'm going to go and imbue my luck 90 once on each piece. And then I'm going to go ahead and imbue my reflect physical damage 13% once on each piece. So I'm going to have two imbues, right? And I'm still not gaining. What I'm going to do now, once I get to the third imbue, this is where I would gain. I would use low reagent cost back at 1% again, except this time it's my third imbue. So I have one luck 90, 13 reflect physical damage, and I'm going to add 18 times. I'm going to imbue it with LRC at 1%. And I'm going to keep track of this number. Once the success goes above 60, I'm going to change this to 2%. Once it goes above 60, I'm going to change it to 3%. And I'm going to continue to do the same thing with 3%, 18, 18, 18, 18, 18. Before you go much farther beyond that, you're going to hit 120 and you're going to be done. So that's pretty much it, folks. If you have any questions, please ask below. Please click like, please subscribe. And if you do post below, let me know what you would like to see in the future, and I'll think about doing that. Until then, peace.